The ceremonies starting on the unfurling right now, the American flag at the Pentagon, now 23 years after 9/11. I'm going to show you a live picture here behind me right now, 8:09 here on the East Coast. You see former President Trump and J.D. Vance right there. These ceremonies at Ground Zero set to begin in just a few minutes. We will continue to monitor these live images. Right now at today's ceremonies, they will begin. They will honor the 3,000 lives, nearly 3,000 lives that were taken by the al-Qaeda hijackers who crashed jetliners into the two Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and that field in southwest Pennsylvania. Ceremonies include 6 moments of silence at the time of those tragedies unfolding back in 2001, the first starting at 8:46 when the first plane hit the North Tower, and will go until around 10:28 this morning. That's when the last one will be, the second tower falling at that point. Between those moments, there will be moments of silence. The families of the victims will follow the tradition of reading the names of those loved ones who were lost on 9/11. On the heels of their first and potentially only presidential debate, both former President Trump and VP Harris, they'll travel to New York. You just saw Trump there, and then Pennsylvania to mark the anniversary. New video right now of VP Harris arriving in New York late last night after the debate. She and Joe Biden will attend some of these ceremonies together today. The two will visit Ground Zero, the Flight 93 National Memorial in Shanksville, and then the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. The former President Trump also planning to visit the 9/11 Memorial as well as a fire station in New York City before traveling to Shanksville for the Flight 93 Memorial. Even now, the death toll from related illnesses from the tragedy continues to go up. Families and the victims and lawmakers are still fighting to pass the Americans Victims of Terror Compensation Act to ensure payouts for those who lost loved ones on 9/11. Right now, that bill is still in committee review.
While it is heartening to see our elected officials attend our memorials and post tributes on social media, these gestures, though they are greatly and deeply appreciated, are not enough. The true measure of commitment today to honor the victims and support their families lies in the actions beyond symbolic moments.
We are still dealing with the effects of that fateful day. We are still losing first responders, construction workers, sanitation workers who were down on the pile at Ground Zero to 9/11 related illnesses. It's not just the 2,977 lives we lost that day.
9/11 families and their representatives in Congress also pushing to make 9/11 a federal holiday. A bill was introduced last year that would close schools and other government buildings on September 11th to honor those who died in the attacks. Another live look right now at Ground Zero for you in New York City. We'll have continued coverage of the ceremonies this morning on air, online, and on social media. Just search for the National Desk.